Welcome to the Techno News Channel, and in today's issue, you are waiting for Flare's system gives non-VTOL drones a VTOL boost. Japan's Hakuto-R Moon landing ends in silence. Apple mixed reality headset may be unveiled at WWDC 2023. Quadruped robot uses satellite tools to walk along a balance beam. Blizzard shuts down World of Warcraft game servers in China. Harley-Davidson's cheapest new motorcycles. And iOS 16 has new hidden system to restrict specific features based on the user's location. So let's go. VTOL drones may be versatile, but the weight and aerodynamic drag of their extra hardware results in a shorter range than that of their fixed-wing only counterparts. That's where the Flare's system comes in, as it lets fixed-wing drones make vertical takeoffs and landings. At the heart of the system is the Flare's aircraft itself. It's a multi-copter drone with 4 propeller arms, each arm with 2 propellers sitting one above the other at the end. On the underside of the craft is a mechanism that clasps onto the body of a third-party fixed-wing drone. When it's time to take off, the Flare's drone rises straight up into the air, carrying the fixed-wing drone with it. Once it reaches the desired altitude, the copter dashes forward and releases the other drone, which goes straight into forward flight. The Flare's copter then simply goes back down to the deck, while the fixed-wing drone proceeds on its mission. When the fixed-wing drone returns, the Flare's drone flies back up into the air, pulling a long rope between itself and the deck. The fixed-wing drone purposely flies into that rope, catching it with one of its wing hooks. When the copter subsequently lands back on the deck, the undamaged drone is lowered down along with it. Japan's attempt to put a privately owned spacecraft on the moon appears to have ended in failure. Scheduled to land in the Mare Frigoris region at 1640 Greenwich Mean Time, the Hakuto-R Mission 1 lander lost contact with mission control in Nyanbashi, Tokyo shortly before the planned touchdown. The exact fate of Hakuto-R still remains to be confirmed as engineers at Space, the lunar resource development company that developed the lander, seek to establish contact or find evidence as to what happened. It's possible that the spacecraft landed but suffered a malfunction, or that there was a system failure during the descent and the vehicle crashed on the lunar surface. Today's event marks the end of a 4-month mission that began when Hakuto-R lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida atop a Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket on December 11, 2022. The demonstrator spacecraft was privately owned, developed, and operated by Space, but it also carried payloads for the Japanese government and international customers. These included the Rashid rover of the Emirates lunar mission and the JAXA Tomi Soraku transformable lunar robot. Apple has been working on its mixed reality headset for quite some time now. The mixed reality headset from the Cupertino-based tech giant is said to combine augmented reality and virtual reality. The company is tipped to unveil the mixed reality headset at the upcoming annual developer conference WWDC 2023. Now a new report has surfaced online revealing some more details about the upcoming headset. According to a report by Economic Daily News, Apple's mixed reality headset is now in its final sprint and supply chain delivery stage. The Taiwanese publication revealed that a GIS, a subsidiary of Foxconn, has been included in the supply chain of the device to provide lens lamination. For those unaware, GIS already laminates iPad displays for Apple. Another online report by Bloomberg recently revealed that Apple is working on creating different apps which will encourage users to use the upcoming Apple headset. The report adds that Apple is working on dedicated sports, gaming, wellness and other collaboration apps for its AR and VR headset. Led by assistant, Prof. Zachary Manchester, a team of engineers at Carnegie Mellon University's Robotics Institute started out with a commercially available Unitree A1 robot. They proceeded to mount 2 devices known as reaction wheel actuators on the bot's back, called RWAs for short. These tools are commonly used to adjust the angular momentum of satellites. One of the RWAs controls the bot's pitch axis, while the other controls its roll axis. Both are housed in a single, 9.5 pounds, module. It doesn't matter which of the robot's feet are in contact with the beam at any one time, as the RWAs simply and automatically compensate for any changes in its center of balance. In lab tests, not only was the robot able to walk the 9.8 feet length of a 2.4 inches wide wooden beam, but it also withstood attempts to kick it over. When dropped upside down from a height of about 1.6 feet, it was even able to flip itself around in midair and land on its feet like a cat. Manchester believes that such added functionality will help bring quadruped robots out of the lab and into real-world usage. After 14 years, Blizzard's partnership with Chinese publisher NetEase ended, as the companies could not agree to continue their joint venture. Blizzard shut down its game servers in China. Gamers in China are currently unable to access their accounts in a number of games including World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch 2, and Diablo 3. Even a VPN cannot help them here using this network. Players can access Blizzard games in other regions, but the local servers are down, and along with their accounts, gamers have lost their characters and all game progress, and, of course, all the money invested in the games. According to Noob Club, frustrated gamers have even organized virtual ceremonies to say goodbye to their characters and favorite games, and there are a lot of disappointed gamers in China. For example, at least 3 million Chinese played World of Warcraft. Speaking to The Guardian, a Blizzard China spokesperson said that the servers in China have been shut down not permanently, but only temporarily. According to him, all user accounts will be restored when if the games are back to China. You can use an iPhone or iPad almost anywhere in the world, but some iOS features are only available in specific places. In some cases, these restrictions are related to local regulations. 9to5Mac has now learned that Apple has been testing a new, more modern system hidden in iOS 16 to restrict features based on the user's location. Currently, Apple uses hard-coding techniques to restrict iOS features in specific locations. This means that most restrictions are simply tied to the region of a device, either by software settings or where that hardware comes from. But the company has been working on a new, smarter way to precisely determine the user's location. Based on our findings, the new system internally called Country was silently added with iOS 16.2, but is not being actively used for anything so far. It combines multiple data such as current GPS location, country code from the Wi-Fi router, and information obtained from the SIM card to determine the country the user is in. With all this information combined, it will become harder for users to bypass these restrictions, but at the same time easier for the device to automatically ignore them when you travel to another region. Code seen by 9to5Mac makes it clear that this system is designed to set restrictions determined by government regulators. The Livewire S2 Del Mar is hitting dealers this summer, just in time for some two-wheeled EV fun in the sun. Deliveries are expected to begin in July in the USA, where the Livewire S2 Del Mar will start at $15,499 and reservations start at $100. That's a compelling price point compared to the flagship Livewire 1, which starts at $22,799 in the USA, and is a far cry from the original Harley-Davidson Livewire, which cost nearly $30,000 at the time of its release in 2019. The S2 Del Mar's confirmed price of under $15,500 is exactly $500 more than Livewire's initial estimate of $15,000, which is what the company said the Del Mar would cost when it debuted last year. Livewire later adjusted the Del Mar's MSRP to $16,999, but has now dropped it by $1,500. It's been a series of ups and downs for the final price of the Del Mar, but this price cut is welcome. Official specifications for the USA model are yet to be fully revealed, but Cycle World reports that the bike is likely to have a range of 110 miles, will make 184 lb-ft of torque, and sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. The bike will also reportedly weigh 431 pounds, but no word yet on saddle height. Well, that was the latest news for today. We hope you like it. Do not forget about likes and subscribe to our channel. It will be even more interesting. So see you in the new releases.